visit here would be tolerated as long as you abide by our...
Want to buy anything, or just laugh at our misfortunes? I think I maybe had a dream about someone with that name. It was very strange. Was I building something? A shrine down on the beach near the Earthstone? I'm not sure. The question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here? Because I have pretty much any supplies you might need. If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I have it. Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies, and the rest comes from bartering with the people in town. Oh, Glover Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I can't pass up. Bad? What if I told you that you're the first person that's even considered looking at my wares today? I've half a mind to contact my friends at the East Empire Company and see if they need an extra hand in Windhelm. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I've corresponded with Vittoria Vici herself more than once. You know, the lady who runs the East Empire Company warehouse in Solitude. The biggest warehouse they have in Skyrim. Bah, you're just like the rest of the folks around here. Mark my words. The East Empire Company will return to Ravenrock. And when they do, I'll be at the top of their list. Everything I've got on display, really. Mining gear? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item. It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point. A kind of reward for extra effort. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them. They could be anywhere on the island. The mines might be a good place to start. If you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you for them. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Precious, last time you explored the mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
And I'm telling you that I'll do whatever...
Be careful. Mirak must have prepared for your arrival if he was willing to make such bold threats.
You have a grim look.
2 centuries ago. There may be nothing left to find.
The Nords built crypts
Just
like
let
this
me
everywhere
go,
in
woman.
Skyrim.
Precious, you're an
blazes are
obstinate
you?
old fool,
Can't
and
you
you're
see
going
I'm
to get yourself
busy?
killed.
All that discipline.
Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are.
We're the last of our kind.
Maybe.
And we live the
Been
way
difficult
we see.
trusting people lately. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Ravenrock back on the map. A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Ravenrock with a worthless and
Should
tainted
respect the
mind.
spirits of this place, lest they haunt us in our sleep.
Gratian Kyrelius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel. And he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago.
I feel it.
The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall. But I know better. My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things locked in an old chest. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company and a key. It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else. It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance. Finally, someone who believes me. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone. Look, my wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing my story. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for. I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian, and what the East Empire Company is keeping from all of us. Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost. Cap? Try the lower sections of the mine. I've never been able to get... Look, I know I don't have much to go on. I have that unsent letter, and that's really it. But I also have a miner's instinct that's run in my family from before Gratian was even born. I may sound like a crazy old man to you, but I'm telling you, the tunnels here are solid. They would never collapse like that. The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skald in the first place. Oh, very well. Here. Tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot. Careful down there. The mine can be treacherous.
To think that these chambers were once home to the ancient world.
with this whisper? On you, sister. Sister. Death is but the time to sleep. Forever in the void. In the Dark Brotherhood, I found acceptance, love, and my life's true purpose. Need something?
Do not ask me to
something?
take treasures from this place. I will not risk the anger of the dead.
Sister. Sister.
been covered in ash, the Nords would never have given it a gun. Dare to trespass on these ruins. Trouble is in the air here.
Yes, I do. When I gave you the Arcanine Vineyard, your free will is an illusion. Why would you be? This is Apocrypha, where all knowledge is hoarded. Sate your thirst for knowledge in the endless stacks of my library. If you tire of the search, read your book again to return to your mortal life. For a time, the lure of Apocrypha will call you back. It is your fate.
I'm glad I finally found someone I can trust after all this time. Let's put these weapons to use, huh?
Mighty fight for glory. Come on, guide me!
Solstheim is the perfect place to train your skills.
Sithis whisper be upon you, sister.
I suppose it's some sort of a homecoming. Even though my home is on mainland Morrowind.
Glover Mallory's the name, if you're looking for a smith. So, you finally tracked down old Cretius, eh? Quite a character, isn't he? Tell you what, since you went through all the trouble of finding it for me and all, you keep it. I just wanted to remind that codger you can't just go around taking things from other people. Now that you've delivered the message, I'm satisfied. Besides, that pickaxe hasn't done me any good in years. Maybe you can put it to good use. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
You're back. Please, tell me what you found. Please, tell me what you found. Let me see that. Huh, I knew it. Gratian's death wasn't because of a rockfall. It was just a story to keep people away from the tombs. Now that I have his journal in hand, I can get some closure from the East Empire Company. Make them pay for lying to everyone.
Don't get too
Thank
far
you.
ahead.
Now, I believe I owe you a little more than a debt of gratitude for all that work you did. Here, it's not much, but it's the best an old retired miner can do. Those cowards left decades ago. Every single damned one of them. The moment the ebony mine dried up, they pulled up stakes. Ridiculous. Well, you know it as well as I do. Raven Rock Mine wasn't empty at all. It's still rich in ebony ore.
My people
I
have made
come
homes
from
here.
3 generations of miners, and I couldn't get anyone to believe me. Well, we showed them, didn't we? I recognized the name, but I don't know how I know it. It sounds so familiar. It's so strange. I feel like it's from a dream. Something about the Earthstone and a shrine. That's it. That's all I can think of. Our home has stood in Raven Rock since the colony was founded. Grayson helped build it with his own 2 hands. After Grayson died, he left behind a wife and a son. My grandfather, Relicus. Relicus lived there for quite a long time, working in the other sections of the mine until he was slain by Reavers. I never knew my father. My mother and I always lived alone. I asked her about him many times,
We Dunmer know
but
our
she
art
seemed
well.
angry and
For
refused
your
to
sake,
speak
you
about
best
him.
master it too.
So eventually, I let it go. When I was old enough, I began working in the mine, hoping to make my fortune and eventually move to the Imperial City. Unfortunately, yes. I only had enough coins saved to send one of us back to the Imperial City. So I sent my mother alone. I wanted her to see her homeland before she died. Until I met my darling Aphia, yes. I suppose you could have called me a bitter old hermit. Now I'm just old. Mark my words, Raven Rock isn't finished yet.
I wasn't sure I'd make it off this farm. I wish I could have said the same for my man here. Some of the Redoran Guard have taken to calling them Ashspawn.
With all
Me,
of them gone,
I don't care what they're
dragons are now
called.
disparate
All I know
giants
is they're a
fighting.
danger to Raven Rock and they need to be stopped. I was going to search for clues that might lead me to wherever they're coming from. I know it isn't the best place to start, but we know they've been coming from this direction. Good. I can use all the help I can get. Besides, I don't feel comfortable leaving Raven Rock behind, and I'd hate to lose any more Redoran Guard. We were searching the farm when the Ashspawn ambushed us. Have a look around and see if you can turn up anything useful. No one knows, really. Superstitious folks say they're the risen forms of those that died long ago. But I'm not so certain. They started attacking the bulwark a few weeks ago. My men were able to kill them, but they keep coming back. We've had 2 other assaults on the bulwark, at different spots on the wall. I know it sounds crazy, but it's almost like they're becoming more organized and probing it for weaknesses. Exactly. Something has to be directing them against us, and we need to find out who or what it is. I might know someone, or maybe not. I can't remember. I can't. I just can't be sure. I think maybe it had something to do with a temple. A temple here on the island. Does that help? I don't. All I know is that the Ashspawn are coming from this direction. So this is as good a place. Good thing the farm's been abandoned for a long time. I'd hate to see what they would do to an unarmed farmer and his family. Not sure. I was told it was an old Imperial farm that was wiped out by the eruption of the Red Mountain. Not certain who lived there. It was already a pile of rubble when I arrived in Raven Rock. I've had to muster some more men to protect the mine. but I don't really have a problem with that. Second Councillor Arano is concerned that once word reaches the Reavers that the mine has reopened, they might think about paying us a visit. I say let them try. My men are ready for them. Report back to me if you discover anything unusual. Have you found something? This is strange. The note says it's from General Folks Carius, but that's impossible. Well, Carius was the Imperial garrison commander at Fort Frostmoth, but he died over 200 years ago when the Red Mountain leveled the place. There's no way he could still be alive. If General Carius is still alive, there must be something keeping him that way. I need you to head out to Fort Frostmoth and check it out. I'm gonna head back to Raven Rock and prepare the men for further assaults. Be careful. This General Carius sounds out of his mind.
You've been a great partner to me, my friend. Let's go.
What am I going to do? With me? What's the matter with you? Sorry, I've just had a lot of pork-faced cowards coming by to mock my efforts. It probably can't hurt to tell you. You look mostly honest. The name's Rollis. Rollis Sedaris, out of Moorhold. I've got a financier waiting for me back on the mainland. Sent me here in the interests of obtaining some rare antiquities. The relics of Arzador. But this whole thing became a disaster right quick, let me tell you. You come out of the Northern Ashlands, you don't expect things to go easy, you know. But this was something outside my particular expertise. When I first got to Kolbjorn, you couldn't even see it. Buried in the ash, like most other things on this blasted island. Dug out a pile of the stuff taller than me just to find the barrel. Who knows how much to reach the door. Excavating isn't exactly my specialty. Even if it was, the ash storms fill it in faster than you can think. You think I've got that kind of money? No. I only get paid on delivery. Can't afford to go out of pocket for 1,000 septims on this. Takes money to make money, all that rot. There's a lot of it at the other end. But I can't get there without a little kick to start it off. You ever hear of Arzador? He was the first great Nord enchanter. Maybe even the first human to master elven methods. His best work was buried with him, though. A set that my patron calls the relics are supposed to be down in his tomb. Now, they're old, and they're powerful. A combination like that makes them pretty valuable to certain people. And I happen to know certain people. What? Are you serious? Well, I think I could make that work. We can sort out the details of our little arrangement later. But for now, I'll manage the dig if you can manage the coin. Do you have the gold? It's all here. Well then, looks like I have a good bit of work to start on. I'll head back to Raven Rock and round up some diggers. Once we've got something worth looking at, I'll send word to you. Pleasure doing business with you, partner. I'll see you soon.
There may be no enemy more than a walking corpse.
Hello, but you won't get answer on question. Because that's not my nickname, plus, there is a lot of info about it.
Look, this can be a slow business. Digging takes time.
These bandits are worth nothing. Let's make an art of these bandits, one that testifies their doomed trade.
Death is but the time to sleep forever. Void.
My blood's calm. I prefer it boiled.
Men, An invader has entered the fort. Prepare yourselves for an ambush. Fort Frostmoth will never fall. Long live the Empire!
Not my proudest work yet, but it'll do.
Whisper be upon you, sister.
You have a grim look.
In the Dark Brotherhood, I found acceptance, love, and my life's true purpose.
Sister.
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth? I had my suspicions that he was undead. How else could he have survived for over 200 years? It's a shame. There are quite a few tales of General Carius's exploits, including the founding of Raven Rock. Councillor Morvain told me to give this to you if you made it back in one piece. And you got rid of General Carius. Better than a soldier's pay, so you should be thankful. I'm sorry to bother you, but Second Councillor Rano asked me to come find you. He said it's quite urgent. All he wanted me to do is track you down and send you to him. Look, this is important. Even more important than wiping out the Ashspawn. Please, go speak to the Second Councillor as soon as possible.
I've had many employers. Never have I developed a bond with them. You are my first. Perhaps only exception.
Thank you for coming. After everything you've already done for Ravenlock, I hate to ask for more, but I can't risk Councillor Morvain being killed. The Ulan family of House Lalu, a rival great house, has placed a death mark on the Councillor's head. It's a private matter. Let's just say they seek revenge for the execution of one of their own, ordered by Councillor Morvain himself. The problem is I don't have any solid proof that anyone from House Lalu is hidden among us. Only my suspicions. May be justified, but it certainly isn't appreciated. Councillor Morvain simply feels that I'm being paranoid. I'm afraid that one day I'll awaken and discover him dead. And I don't want it to come to that. I do. I've received some information from my sources that there could be elements of Ulan's house, House Lalu, already in Ravenrock. Ravenrock is a small settlement, so it's hard to accomplish anything in secret. If any of them is from House Lalu, I wouldn't be able to make a move without them knowing. I had a feeling you'd be willing to listen to me. I need you to start out by being my eyes and ears. Search Ravenrock and see if you can root out these traitors. The best place to start would be Geldis Sadri, over at the Retching Netch Corner Club. If he provides you any leads, check them out before bringing them to my attention. Can't afford to make any mistakes. Traitors. The lot of them. Their collaboration with the Empire may have given them unrivaled political and economic strength, but their hearts weren't with the Dunmer people. Lalu deserved every bit of hatred they received once the Empire released its grasp on Morrowind. Having past ties to the Empire immediately turned them into the scapegoat for the Dunmer people's suffering. They had welcomed the Empire with open arms and benefited from it. When everything was said and done, they were no longer recognized as a great house and were dismissed from the council. You might think it's all perfume and roses now that the mine's open. All I see is a new security problem on our hand. Making sure those shipments of ebony make it safely from the mine to the shipping docks is my new order of the day. And with Solstheim crawling with reavers and a Zora knows what else, can't risk any attacks on Ravenlock. I maintain a few contacts in other Dunmer settlements across Tamriel. Most hail from House Redoran, but there are a few from other houses. Most of my contacts live leagues away from Solstheim. Sending the occasional message back and forth is all we can manage, and sometimes takes months or more to arrive. However, any information we can glean in times like this, I consider vital to House Redoran's survival. During the Oblivion Crisis, gates to the Plane of Oblivion opened all over Morrowind. The Empire pulled most of its forces out of Morrowind to deal with the gates in their own homeland, leaving us virtually defenseless. We had no standing army at the time, just uncoordinated pockets of resistance. House Redoran took charge and was slowly able to build an army. It took years. It became a force to be reckoned with. When the Argonians invaded years later, House Redoran's army was able to prevent them from sweeping across all of Morrowind. It would be fair to say that House Redoran literally saved the Dunmer people from destruction. Don't worry. You can trust Geldis. He's been with us for a long time.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way,
Take a
and
seat
we'll
by the
do
fire
just
and I'll
fine.
send someone over. Welcome to the Wretched Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sue Jammer that will ever grace your lips. Well, well, Adril's got himself a spy, does he?
Many Dunmer appreciate
Well, Zura knows he needs all the help he can get. He's been chasing the Ulins for years now. No, I just think he's going about this the wrong way. Actually, I do. If you want to catch those slippery slaughterfish, you need to let them come to you. There's an Ulin ancestral tomb near the temple. Someone's been leaving ash yam offerings on the altar inside. If you were to wait inside for whomever that is, I'm betting they'll have some of the answers you're looking for.
I haven't had a
What
good
makes you
authentic
think
for
I have?
years until I joined
Anytime Adril and the Redoran Guard made a move, the Ulins must have been one step ahead and didn't show up. You can thank me if it works. Until then, I'd head to the tomb and wait until your visitor shows up. Come back anytime. My doors are always open.
Be careful!
Excuse me. I didn't realize there was anyone else here. I presume the same thing you're doing, leaving an offering for the departed. Forgive my surprise. It's just that I wouldn't expect that sort of behavior from someone who isn't Dunmer. Since there aren't any Ulins left on this island, I've taken it upon myself to leave the traditional offering in their stead. Oh, no bother. We all have a right to be here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to meditate a bit.
You think you have it bad? Try.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
I hope Geldis proved useful. Have you made any progress? Tell us, Sue. Are you sure? So Geldis' plan worked, eh? Every time we tried it, no one would ever show up. If Telesu's involved in any sort of plot to harm Councillor Morvain, I'm going to need hard evidence to prove it. I'm not kicking down anyone's door until I have solid evidence in hand.
Adara
If
taught
you're
me how to
wrong
appreciate
about Telesu,
Nord mead and
things
ale,
would
but
quickly
some
go
sorts of
downhill
art.
around here, and the real culprits might slip away. I can't afford for that to happen. If you have evidence, and it places your life in peril,
Hope the beds here are
I would
warm.
expect
The
you
last
to
inn
do
I stayed,
whatever
the
you
blankets
must
had
to
holes
keep
in them.
yourself alive. Here, this key should open the front door of the manor in case they've locked it. Good luck. Telesu is wife to the family patriarch Vendel. They have a single child, a daughter named Miri. They arrived here 10 years ago and have been nothing but a benefit to Raven Rock ever since. They're quite wealthy, and they've been quite generous by sharing their fortune with the community. They've contributed coin, food, supplies, even helped repair a few of the buildings in town with their own hands. People have mentioned it's a bit odd about how close in age Mary appears to be to her father, but that's hardly a cause for alarm. Just make sure you find solid evidence. If I accuse them without it, I'll be the laughing stock of the colony. You might think it's all perfume and roses now that the mine's open. All I see is a new security problem.
I can't believe Raven Rock Mine is open.
What the? Come on. I know you're in here. I won't allow you to ruin years of
It's not time.
Sure?
death is but the time to sleep forever. In the... Or you...
Someone I can trust after all this time. Let's put these weapons to use, huh?
I never would have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. I've been sailing the Northern Maiden across the Sea of Ghosts for nearly 20 years now. Might be time to find a new home port, though, the way things are going around here. May the wind be at your back, friend.
Did you find any evidence at Severin Manor yet? Then we finally have them. All that remains now is chasing them down and bringing them to justice. Good. I'm going to send 2 of the best Rerenn Guard we have to take them down. I want you to assist them any way you can. See that you do. We can't afford to let these traitors slip away. Ashfallow Citadel's been abandoned for a long...
What was that?
Great moment to freeze to death.
death is but the time to sleep forever. In the void.
We Dunmer are a people of subterfuge and schemes. Raven Rock's assassination plot is but business as usual in Morrowind. Let's go.
All that discipline? And look where the Dark Brotherhood ended up.
Come on in. Got warm food, warm drinks, and
Did you find any evidence at Severin Manor yet? Then we've all that remains now. Good. I'm going to send 2 of the best red. See that you do. We can't afford to let these traitors slip away.
I'm glad I finally found someone I can trust after all this time.
Well, what happened? Were you able to track down Vendel? Then, it's finally over. What of the Redoran Guard I sent to assist you? Damn it. I was hoping to protect our people by sending them, not end up with casualties. To think that Vendel would stoop so low as to hire those fetchers. I'm glad you killed him. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. Councillor Morvain will be quite pleased when he hears about this. Follow me, and I'll take you to the Councillor so you can speak to him yourself.
You have a grim look.
If you find yourself, I trust you're not planning any trouble.
Excuse
What
me,
can I
Councillor
do for you,
Morvain?
friend?
I have some wonderful news.
Adriel, I haven't seen a smile on your face like that in a long time.
This visitor has single-handedly dealt with a threat that could have ended your life. Vendel, Telesue, and Miri Severin weren't who they appeared to be. I'm afraid they were here to avenge Villa Ulen's death.
Vendel? But he's done so much for Raven Rock. How could this be possible?
They did it to gain our confidence, Councillor. They had us all fooled. I should have been more vigilant. I'm sorry.
Don't say that. It's not your fault, old friend. And you, step forward. What you've done for me, for all of Raven Rock, goes far beyond what I would have expected from a traveler to our town. For this, you have my deepest gratitude. Now, I'm certain Adriel was prepared to reward you appropriately for everything you've done. However, since a bit of coin hardly seems like enough, I've decided to provide something more substantial. Since the Severin family, or whoever they were, turned out to be criminals, their property is now forfeit. As Councillor, I hereby award you Severin Manor, and everything contained within. You've earned your citizenship here, and I hope you'll consider staying with us as a member of our community.
Every Dunmer left each of themselves behind.
You have a grim look.
Hi, Cap. For all I know, I might be the last Imperial left in Solstheim. Thank you.
Sister. Need something? Sithis whisper be upon you, sister. Death is but the time to sleep forever in the void.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
In the Dark Brotherhood, I found acceptance, love, and my life's true purpose.
Need something? Need something?
You have a grim look.
Yes. 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 And what might you need,
Death is but the time to sleep forever.
Hello Rodrison, you too then.
Void.
All those rules, all that discipline.
Yes.
Here do we toil.
You must fight against what is controlling you. We must leave this place.
You there. What brings you to this place? Why are you here? I am Freya of the Scar. I am here to either save my people or avenge them. I am unsure. Something has taken control of most of the people of Solstheim. It makes them forget themselves and work on these horrible creations that corrupt the stones, the very land itself. My father, Storm, our shaman, says Mirak has returned to Solstheim, but that is impossible. Then you and I both have reason to see what lies beneath. Let us go. There is nothing more I can do here. The tree stone and my friends are beyond my help for now. We need to find a way into the temple below. His story is as old as Solstheim itself. He served the dragons before their fall from power, as most did. A priest in their order. But unlike most, he turned against them. He made his own path, and his actions cost him dear. The stories say he sought to claim Solstheim for himself, and the dragons destroyed him for it. It is an ancient stone of power, a connection to the All-Maker. It represents one of the aspects of nature, a part of the By the All-Maker! Are you ready to help me now? We should not delay. We should check these rooms for supplies before heading further into the temple.
Yes, Sarah?
Death is but the time to sleep forever in the void.
The spirits of this place, lest they haunt us in our sleep.
Who are the poor souls trapped in these cages? What tortures did they suffer at Mirak's hands? Was it in service of the gods?
We could take trips.
You really should be more careful.
The North crypts like this everywhere in Skyrim.
But you left me with nothing. Is someone there? But you left me with no choice. I'm not going down there. It would be foolish to attempt. have a much better chance than I to make it through these traps. I have no doubt that lever turns the blade.
My people have made home on Solstheim. With Alderaan gone, the dragons are now disparate targets ripe for the picking.
Someone there.
Need something?
I do not know what it is Mirak learned that gave him reason to turn on his masters, but his path seems to have been a road. I wonder if you will find some. This may be worth exploring.
It's some sort of a homecoming for me, even though my home is on mainland Morrowind.
Impossible. There must be something more. Look around. I will let you know if I find anything in the dining area.
have a grim look.
I knew it. A secret passage in the dining area just opened up. This must be it. Let us move quickly. I wonder if there is something here that tells the story of Mirak. Nothing but ruined books. It is eerily quiet. I do not suspect that will be the case the further we go. Be on your guard.
Damn, that's quite a sight. I prefer the art of the blade myself, but arrows often suit my needs better.
There are dark magics at work here. Ready yourself. This book. It seems wrong somehow. Here, yet not. It may be what we seek.
The time comes soon when... What? Who are you to dare set foot here? Ah. You are Dragonborn. I can feel it. And yet... So you have slain Alduin. Well done. I could have slain him myself back when I walked the earth. But I chose a different path. You have no idea of the true power a Dragonborn can wield. This realm is beyond. You have no power here. And it is only a matter of time before Solstheim is also mine. I already control the minds of its people. Soon they will finish building my temple, and I can return home. Send her back where she came from. She can await my arrival with the rest of Tamriel.
What happened to you? You read the book and then it seemed as though you were not really here. I could see you, but also see through you. Where? Where is he? Can we reach him? Can we kill him? This is a dangerous thing, then. We should return to my village and show this to my father. Perhaps Storm can make sense of what is going on. Come, there looks to be a way out through here.
Yes, Sarah? Lead on, then. You've been a great partner to me, my friend.
And I must remind you that I use brilliant, no, mod with more than 1,500 voice lines for her. That obviously a fake for empty heads.
Once were blinded.
Now through him do we see.
An orc follows to the death.
Returned. There is yet hope.
Freya, what news do you bring? Is there a way to free our people?
No, but I have brought someone who has seen things. She has confirmed that Mirac is the one behind the suffering of our people.
I feared that it would be so.
But how is that possible? After all this time?
I fear there is too much we do not yet know.
Please, tell Storm what has happened.
So you have seen things, yes? My magic grows weak, and so does the barrier around our village. Time is short. Tell me what you know. Really? How? The legends speak of that place. Terrible battles fought at the temple. The dragons burning it to the ground in rage. They speak also of something worse than dragons buried within. Difficult to imagine, but if true, it means what I feared has come to pass. Mirak was never truly gone, and now has returned. If you could go to this place and see him, are you like Mirak? Are you Dragonborn? Then perhaps you are connected with him. The old tales say that he too was Dragonborn. I am unsure. It may mean that you could save us, or it may mean that you could bring about our destruction. But our time here is running out. The few of us left free of control cannot protect ourselves for much longer. You must go to Saring's Watch. Learn there the word that Mirak learned long ago, and use that knowledge on the Windstone. You may be able to break the hold on our people there, and free them from control. Much of what was known has been lost to the ages. He was Dragonborn, and yet he served the dragons. A priest in their order, highly esteemed and very powerful. Then he turned against them, becoming something they feared. He was defeated long ago, but it seems he was never really destroyed. Some dark influence wields power over them, forces them to forget themselves and act against their nature. At first, it was only during the night, but now every moment is spent building some strange shrine around the Windstone. I believe if the shrine can be destroyed, the Skull will be free once more. Mirak is behind what is happening to our village, and so the knowledge she has gained as Dragonborn is at the heart of it. You are Dragonborn as well. You too can wield this power, perhaps to a better end. Allmaker shelter.
Need something? Need something? In the Dark Brotherhood, I found acceptance, love...
Everyone dead. Everyone but me. Lost. They attacked us. Those bastards at Frossel. Stole our treasure. Wait. Forget I said that. That's my treasure. You can't have it. Never should have come here.
glad I...
Do you ever wonder if it hurts to have one's soul ripped out like that? I don't ever...
Both fascinating and terrifying. What in Mundus am I doing out here at this hour?
If anyone can help us now.
You have prevailed. I can feel it. So it is. You have proven yourself an ally to the Skull, and so the Skull shall be allies to you. If you have released the Windstone and broken the hold on my people, perhaps you can do the same for the rest of Solstheim. I doubt it will fully stop whatever Miraak is doing, but it may slow his progress. I cannot help with that. None here can. You will need the knowledge Miraak himself learned. You will need to learn more about this black book. Miraak had this? This does not look like something of the dragon cult. It is a darkling, unnatural. I would have nothing to do with it. But the dark elf wizard, Neloth, he came to us some time ago, asking about black books. I believe he knows a great deal about them. Perhaps too much. Seek him out to the south. Be cautious, Dragonborn. There is something else at work here. Our traditions do not speak of them, but they and Miraak are connected. You read a black book and saw him. And the book's power comes from the same dark source as that which corrupted the Windstone. But beware. You are now walking the same road as Mirak. He also is searching for it. In fact, he has already found one. He showed it to me when he came here. It was very like the one you found in Mirak's temple. A thing of dark magic, not of the All-Maker. The power of the stone had been corrupted. It was the source of the influence that had taken control of the skull. Your shout broke whatever evil will controlled the stone, and restored its true nature as a conduit of the All-Maker's gifts. Freeing the other stones will diminish whatever dark influence is spreading across Solstheim. Yes, there are 6 sacred stones. Wind, water, earth, beast, sun, and tree. Through them, the oneness of the land is maintained. Freya saw that the tree stone now stands imprisoned in Mirak's new temple. I doubt that you can free it until its power is broken. But you may be able to cleanse the other stones. Even if this does not stop Mirak, it surely will delay his return. You are an outsider, and I don't know if I can make you understand. I will try. The All-Maker is the maker of all things. And it is from the All-Maker that life flows like a great river. As all rivers must return to the sea, so all life returns in time to the All-Maker. I know our ways must seem strange to you, but the 9 gods of the Empire are equally strange to us. As shaman of Skull Village, I serve as both a guide and a healer, as well as a keeper of traditions. I also remind the Skull to live as one with nature, and to honor the will of the All-Maker, so that we will be worthy to join him in death. May dark...
So you seek a power that bends the Earth's will? What's next? Will you break the mind of men? Use them as your thralls? Suppose it's some sort of a home... With Alduin gone, the dragons are now disparate targets, ripe for the picking.
Time to finish this.
What's the hurry?
It takes a strong will to command a dragon's soul. Perhaps you aren't as powerful as you think. Thank you. We will meet again soon.
Time to end this little game.
An orc follows to the death.
Now through them does he speak.
What happened?
Yes, Sarah.
I feel different somehow. There's something.
All those rules, all that discipline, and...
I don't think you belong here. Does Master Neloth know about you? Yes, I'm trying to summon an Ash Guardian. I'm just having trouble deciphering Master Neloth's handwriting. I don't mean to be rude, but I need to concentrate.
My blood's calm. I prefer it boiled.
Tower assisting Master.
Won't this summoning work? If you must know, I'm trying to get this Ash Guardian spell to work. Now let me concentrate. Besides, shouldn't you be worrying about the damage to the tower?
Master Neloth has tasked Alenia with repairing the tower. Why aren't you doing this in the lab, where it would be safer for all of us?
The lab is too small. Also, I need the Ashy Sword. Master Neloth knows what
You again? Didn't I see you in Raven Rock? You refer to the tomes of esoteric knowledge that old Hermaeus Mora has scattered throughout the world? Is this somehow connected to your search for Mira? Found one? Yes. And you read it too, didn't you? Don't try to deny it. You've got the look. I can see it now. Dangerous knowledge is still knowledge and therefore useful. Usually turns out to be the most useful in my experience. Now that is a dangerous path indeed. Hermaeus Mora gives nothing away for free. You may end up like Mirak, of course. Two power-mad Dragonborn. It could be very interesting. Oh yes, they're not hard to locate once you know how to look for them. I have one here that I've been using to locate more. Yes, I haven't been idle while this fascinating madness engulfed Solstheim. But my book isn't what you're looking for. I'm quite sure it is unconnected with this Mirak. But I do know where to find a black book that can help you. Yes, I do. I haven't been able to get to it, but maybe together we can unlock the secrets the Dwemer left behind. Forbidden knowledge was somewhat of a specialty of the dwarves, eh? You don't think they would just leave it alone, do you? It seems the ancient Dwemer discovered this book and took it to study. I found their reading room in the ruins of Nachardak. The book is there, but it's sealed in a protective case, which I wasn't able to open. But perhaps the two of us together will be able to get at the book. To Nachardak, then. Follow me.
Maybe the book can solve it.
The darkness shall be our shroud.
From that look on your face, I'm guessing you've never seen a Silt Strider before. This is Dusty. I personally trained her from a lava. Feels like a lifetime ago now. She hasn't been in traveling condition for quite a while now. I've tried to let her go off on her own, but she insists on staying here. We get by trading odds and ends with the locals. I've decided to stay here and make sure she passes in peace. It's the least I can do for her. Every once in a while, a local makes it out here, although they usually just want to catch a glimpse of Dusty. Silt Striders are pretty rare now. What would you like to know? The blast from the volcano wiped most of them out. Found Dusty in a small cave on Vardenfell. Silt Strider cocoons are pretty tough. Mostly for transporting goods and people. They were pretty commonplace in Morrowind, but that was ages ago. A silt-strider carapace is so strong it can withstand the harshest of weather. Even the legendary sandstorms of Valdenfell's Molag Armor region was said to barely make a dent in them. Of course, that's all ash now. All right. Take a look. Safe travels.
My people have made home on Solstheim.
The Dwemer certainly knew how to build for the ages. These towers have outlasted their creators by millennia. The book is housed inside that dome. I'll need to unlock the door for us. Let's get on with it.
I knew I heard something.
Dwemer of Nachardak appear to have been fond of these control pedestals. Luckily, I found a cube to operate it inside on my last visit. I sealed the door when I left to keep out ignorant meddlers. Let me unlock it.
Nelostro. Patient proceeds on.
The book is just in sight. So tantalizingly close. But trust me, no magic will open that. I'd have had the book already.
These ruins and the mechanical inhabitants are all that
No,
remain.
we'll have to do this the hard way. If we can restore the steam supply to this room, I'm certain I can open it. As you'll see, that's easier said than done. This way, to the boilers.
So as I see, I have a bug with this mod for endless followers. Well, I can't do anything but to get rid of someone.
Follow
Dwemer may be good at many things, but they will never understand art.
Sister. What a curious question.
Well, I enjoy moonlit nights, taking long walks on the beach, knitting, and unicorns. In fact, I once took a seaside stroll on a moonlit night and discovered a unicorn, which I proceeded to stab in the throat with a crochet needle. I'm a woman of refined yet simple tastes.
These ruins can attest to that.
Very well. If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
You've been a great
You have a
partner to
grim
me,
look.
my friend.
Go where the challenge is greatest.
The last time I was here, I only explored a small part of the ruins. I was here alone then, and I found an assistant is absolutely essential for this kind of dirty, dangerous work. Chardan, the city of 100 towns. In its day, it was the largest of the great Dwemer archives, and perhaps the most advanced. In the old stories, when the Nords came to conquer it, it said that Dwemer submerged the entire city beneath the sea until the invaders gave up. I have my doubts, but the city was a marvel of Dwemer engineering, now reduced to this. As you can see, most of the lower levels of the city are flooded, but it isn't hopeless. Old Dwemer pumps still seem to work. Watch. But the pumps only operate when a cube is in the pedestal. Unfortunately, I only have one cube. These 4 boilers provide steam to the room upstairs. They're shut down, but they still respond to the control cubes. So, if we can find 4 more cubes, we can turn these boilers back on and restore steam power to the room upstairs. Then I should be able to open the book's protected case. Bring that cube. We'll need it.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
As I said, we need to restore the steam supply to the reading room if we want to get the book. Hermaeus Mora has always tried to seduce mortals into his service with the law of forbidden knowledge. Where the black books actually came from, no one really knows. Some appear to have been written far in the past. Others might be from the future. Apparently, time is more malleable if you're the Daedric Prince of Fate and Destiny. If you have to ask that, you'd probably be best leaving his books to wiser heads than yours. Like all Daedric princes, he's not to be trifled with, but he is subtler than most of his ilk, appropriate for the Prince of Knowledge and Fate. Many scholars and lore masters have been ensnared by the lure of learning the secrets that only Hermaeus Mora possesses. But don't worry, I have no intention of joining them in their endless search through the infinite halls of Apocrypha. It's the homeland of the Dunmer. The lesser races call us Dark Elves. We built great works there, like Vivek and Aldrul. Many of them are destroyed now, either by Red Mountain or the Argonian invasion. You are too young to remember the Nereid. Defeated Dagorhur and saved us all from the Blight. It is the only place where Silt Striders can be found. Although I managed to transplant a few here when I arrived. It looks like most of the cubes were moved to the lower levels, perhaps to try to control the flooding before the city was abandoned. Interesting. That would would suggest that the city must have originally sunk to...
Hey,
What's the hurry? I hope the rest of the cubes are this easy to find. Although knowing that these must be the great workshops of Nacharda. Impressive, even in ruins. In the city's days of glory, in a single day, much of the dwellers' army of the Dragonborn mountain must have come from here. Ah, good. Now we can see if we can find a way to get to that next cube. Unfortunately, each cube we retrieve shuts down the corresponding pumps, raising the water. We'll have to be careful.
Built this place with some kind of wall.
Let's see where this leads. Yes, that must be the power activator up there. But how to reach it? That's it. Don't touch anything else. Quickly now. What was that?
You will pay for that.
Here, I picked up this cube for you. Shall we get on with it? Going to head back upstairs and see if the reading room has steam. If so, it could be a simple matter to release the book.
Lead us to our next task.
It was worth it. Please, be my guest. You deserve the first look. Besides, it could be very dangerous. These books are known to drive many people insane.
My blood's calm. prefer it boiled.
Oh, good. Be sure to say hello to my mare's Mora for me.
to reject me, and yet here you are. Your journey towards enlightenment has led you to my realm, as I knew it would. You have entered my realm. You have sought out the forbidden knowledge that only one other has obtained. You are Dragonborn, like Mirak before you, a seeker of knowledge and power. All that he knows, he learned from me. I know what you want. To use your power as Dragonborn, to bend the world to your will. Here then is the knowledge you need, although you did not know you needed it. The second word of power. Use it to bend the wills of mortals to your purpose. But this is not enough. Mirak knows the final word of power. Without that, you cannot hope to surpass him. Mirak served me well, and he was rewarded. I can grant you the same power as he wields, but all knowledge has its price. Knowledge for knowledge. The Scar have withheld their secrets from me for many long years. The time has come for this knowledge to be added to my library. I know you will, and then I will give you the knowledge that you seek. Send the Skull Shaman to me. He holds the secrets that will be mine.
Different people have very different experiences when reading these books. You're still acting surprisingly sane, too. What did he have to say? He must have wanted something from you. What secrets could they have worth keeping from old Mora? Sounds like a bargain to me. Hermaeus Mora learns some fascinating new ways to skin a hawker, and you become the second most powerful Dragonborn that ever lived. I wonder if a dragon could be captured alive. It would make a fascinating test subject. that's that, then.
Not this time, but this one's mine.
Hermaeus Mora's greed for knowledge makes him a petty god.
I will never
They will know what we can do.
Bruce?
Dior, you must be calm. I'm sure there's a good reason Baldur left us.
Something isn't
My son and I gather items to trade with travelers.
So the dragons have returned. Well, the Skal have survived worse.
It's some sort of a homecoming for me, even though my home is
Hermaeus Mora. Old Herma Mora himself. So he is the source of Nirak's power. Of course. We have many tales of Herma Mora trying to trick us into giving up our secrets to him. And now he comes again for what we have long kept from him. So it falls to me to be the one to give up the secrets to our ancient enemy. I do not know if I have the strength to face him. The Tree Stone is still corrupted. The land is still out of balance. But with the other 5 restored, it may be enough. It will have to be. Yes. The Skal also tell of the day when we must finally give up our secrets. When Herma Mora finally wins. As shaman, it is my duty to guard these secrets, but also to decide when it is necessary to give them up. I believe that time is now. If I am wrong, may my ancestors forgive me. Give me the book. I will read it and speak to old Herma Mora myself. I will make sure he lives up to his part of the bargain. That is my hope as well. I am trusting that you will make this sacrifice worthwhile.
Father, you must not do this. That book is wrong, evil, against everything you have taught me my whole life.
I must, Freya. It is the only way to free Solstheim forever from Nirak's shadow. There comes a time when everything must change. Nothing that lives remains the same forever.
I'm glad I finally found someone I can trust after all this time.
This is the destiny that the Old Maker has laid out for me.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
You have a grim look.
Ready for whatever the foul master of this book has.
Need something?
My blood's calm. I prefer it boiled.
The Skal yield up their secrets to me.
Father! No, stop!
Liar! I won't not for
something!
Dragonborn, you have delivered me the gift I requested. In return, I keep my promise as befits a prince of oblivion.
Find whoever did
I
this.
give you the word of power that you need to challenge Mirak. You will be either a worthy opponent or his successor as the tides of fate decree.
Father! What have you done? Do not let his death be for nothing. Go. Go! My father sacrificed himself so you could destroy Mirak and lift his master's shadow from the land. Go then! Kill Mirak. Do not fail.
Defeat Mirak and show him who the real Dragonborn is.
One moment.
Mira is strong. He knew you would come here. At once, Zuufen. At once, Zuufen are. As you command. Roses, the land below us is empty and prey. I will look for a spot to land.
Zarota, are you so easily swayed? No, not yet. We should greet our guest first. And so the first Dragonborn meets the last Dragonborn at the summit of Apocrypha. No doubt, just as Hermaeus Mora intended. He is a fickle master, you know. But now I will be free of him. My time in Apocrypha is over. You are here in your full power, and thus subject to my full power. You will die, and with the power of your soul, I will return to Solstheim and be master of my own fate once again.
Did you think to escape me, Mirak? You can hide nothing from me here. No matter. I have found a new Dragonborn to serve me.
May she be rewarded for her service as I am.
Mira, harbor fantasies of rebellion against me. You're an uneasy example. Serve me faithfully, and you will continue to be richly rewarded.
I can feel it. The tree stone is free again. Does that mean... is it over? Is Miraak defeated? Then my father's sacrifice... it was not in vain. He died to free us. Tell me, was it the only way? Did he need to die? Then, it was the Allmaker's will, as he said. I know I should not doubt it. But it is good to hear all the same. Thank you. One more thing, Skull friend, if you will. I know it is not my place, but may I offer a word of advice, of warning? As shaman of the Skull, I am charged with the spiritual well-being of my people. While you are not of the Skull, you are Skull friend, and so I give you this warning. Hermamora forced you to serve him in order to defeat Miraak. Do not let him lure you further down the path. The Allmaker made you Dragonborn for a higher purpose. Do not forget that. Walk with the Allmaker, Skull friend.
An orc follows to the death.
I've been looking for you. Let's see. Got this from a pretty excited-looking dark elf. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Calm. I prefer it boiling.
That's it for now.